Welcome to What If We Watched, the show where we ask ourselves, what if we watched this? Today, we ask ourselves, what if we watched Weathering with You?
Fantastic. I loved it.
Oh man, I'm very happy to hear that.
It was a million times better than Your Name. Just really a wholesome film.
Yeah,
Really enjoyable.
okay.
I didn't make any notes because we watched it together and I just sort of wanted to take it all in. But it was incredibly enjoyable.
I'm gonna talk about what I really liked about it,
Go on.
because you were talking a lot during our X-Men First Class one.
That's true.
and
That
our
is true.
gravity and our Gravity Falls one. Okay then. So what I liked about the move, what I liked about I thought the main characters, especially the main guy, I think he's a really realistic interpretation of a 16-year-old boy.
I think I know what you mean.
It was more realistic than Taki was, because Taki was also 16 in that movie.
But that was a plot twist. We didn't know that. We thought she was 18 and mature, but she wasn't.
And after Your Name, Taki was in Your Name.
Yeah.
Okay then. Yeah, I also loved the animation.
Yeah, that was really good as well. Especially, I'm pretty sure they like upped the frames per second in this movie. It's like really smooth.
No lag.
Yeah, no lag. That's what you get with the Blu-ray experience.
Um,
It was just great.
the soundtrack. Boy, that was absolutely brilliant. I think the soundtrack is amazing, especially with the later half. The later half of the movie, we had Is There Anything Love Can Still Do, Grand Escape, and what was the other one? I'm going to check to see what the other one was. It was called We'll Be Alright. Yeah, those are great soundtracks.
The soundtrack was fine. I wasn't expecting anything better. As you know, I may have said this before. I wasn't keen on the Your Name soundtrack, and obviously it's the same people. So yeah, it's fine. It does the job, and I did feel emotions while listening to it, so that's fine, I guess. It just wasn't
Yeah.
anything special, I'd say. I've just got on my phone open the names of the characters so I can remember, because I literally couldn't. But the only names we're going to actually mention is probably Hina and Hodaka. Is his name Hodaka?
Yeah, Hodaka.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, I like the characters in this movie better than the characters in First Class.
You probably do.
Yeah, I definitely do.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I love the characters because they feel like accurate representations of their ages.
You basically what you mean is that just that Hodaka was looking at the woman's breast while she was asleep.
No.
That's what you mean.
No,
That's what you're talking about.
He was a nervous. He may have done that, but he was also a
He
very
did do that.
nervous wreck, and
that's it.
Yeah, he also doesn't know. We also see in the movie that he doesn't know how to fully convey his feelings towards people, which is
Yeah, gotta say characterizations in this were great.
Yeah.
And I don't know what else to talk about. I just found it really enjoyable.
What specifically did you like about it?
Well, the third act of this film, even though it has many similarities to the third act of Your Name, trying to stop the meteor strike, and this one he's trying to find his friend again because she like died or whatever. And yeah, spoilers, sorry. And it was just like in Your Name, the meteor strike appeared out of nowhere. This also kind of was like abrupt and subverted expectations, but in a good way, and it felt like it needed to happen. The story wouldn't have ended the way it did if she didn't die. But in Your Name, if you took out the meteor strike, it would have ended exactly the same. So it's about whether the things that incite the third act actually matter. Because in Your Name, I wasn't bothered because I knew they'd end up seeing each other again. And obviously, because that's how I've learned these movies end. They all live happily ever after in the sky, and they're made of rain.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I also really like I also really like the kind of psychology of it all, because they were talking about whether you would sacrifice someone for the greater good, and then the main guy was like, no, you can't do that.
There's lots of foreshadowing in this
Yeah,
film, as you explained to me before.
there was loads of
There's like
foreshadowing.
a gun shop, and then 10
Yeah.
minutes later, he's holding a gun at some guy's
Wasn't it?
face.
Yeah, it was like a warning that there were missing guns.
All right, and then there was I can't remember what I was going to say after that, but there was the visuals again were just fantastic. Not even like the animation, just you could take a screenshot at most points in the movie and it would be like a good wallpaper. Just everything was so great. You're a thumbnail for a video of a series called What If We Watched.
Yeah.
If you look up some Weathering With You screenshots, you can find an image for a thumbnail. Just saying, if anyone's out there who's going to make one of those.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's the in the second act I got kind of bored because nothing was really happening. They just I don't know.
That's the kind of thing that happens in like
couldn't.
a lot of second acts.
Yeah, that's true. It's the juice of the movie, but sometimes it's quite slow. Yeah, no, I couldn't tell you what happened in the second act. I could tell you that he met the girl, and then they started a business of putting sun on everyone, and then she died. But there's like 50 minutes in between those two events.
They're running away. It's like
From what again?
From the police.
Oh, I have no idea. He met her brother and he was like a player or whatever. And then she died, and then he was like, "Oh man, I want to see her again." And then they saw each other again, and then roll credits. Oh yeah, that's another thing I got to talk about. We were saying this whilst we watched it, that there's so many moments where you can just pop the title card on the screen, Weathering With You, and it just has the cast list come up, because it cuts to black a lot, and there's a lot of like conclusive sounding music cues. It's all very sort of, oh, you thought it was over? Psych. That was like
I don't think that was their aim. I don't think that was their aim for that.
No, it wasn't the aim, but it's very much what it felt like.
Yeah. Okay. As much as I love this movie, with all movies there comes flaws. Yet even the Pirates of the Caribbean trilogy will.
Shut up. We're saving that for the next one.
Yeah.
That we're going to record next weekend.
A lot of the stuff that I didn't like about this movie stem from the novelization of it. That was
because the book was better.
Yeah, it was.
Wait, was it a book or was it a novelization that came out before the movie?
It was a book that was made right when Shinkai had the idea.
Okay, so it's basically a novelization of a movie that wasn't actually made yet.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay. It's like a script in prose form. Very cool. I might give that a read, if you've got a copy, I'll borrow it and have a flick through.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't mind reading it.
Okay. In the movie, they skip out an entire character arc from a character in this. Yeah. You know them.
To be honest, I feel like she didn't need a character arc. She was just kind of there. It's not like she was. Well, it's not that she was present for half the movie. She was quite heavily
she's
featured in
featured
Act 1,
she's
and
featured
then
a
she
lot
just had a
more
small
in
scene.
the book.
I'm sure there's deleted scenes somewhere. There's released the Shinkai cut, which has more
Shinkai
whatever
cut.
her name is scenes. The Shinkai cut. I'm telling you, it's out there. It exists. Which would you say is the better of these two movies?
Oh, Weathering with You, obviously.
I would say the same. Do you think we'll end up watching The Garden of Words to complete the trilogy?
No, it's only 45.
Oh, fair enough.
It's only 45 minutes long, and it has a 45-year-old making out with a 16-year-old.
Fair enough. I guess we won't give that a watch.
Yeah.
What didn't I like about this movie? Obviously, I said the soundtrack was, fine.
I mean, music is probably the most subjective thing out there. So I can't really blame you for that.
I wouldn't say it's formulaic in terms of most movies, but having watched Your Name before this, I can definitely see Shinkai's style of plot development. He's sort of they meet each other and they do some stuff, then one of them gets lost and then they see each other again. Roll credits. It's if you gave me the names of some characters and a few traits, I could probably write Makoto Shinkai's next movie. I have to say it's very predictable, having watched two of his works before.
No, those are the only two movies that have that structure in it. His previous movies were completely different.
I'll write his next romantic one then. I'll write his next rom-com with sex jokes.
Ooh. Do you remember when Taki and Mitsuha made a cameo?
I do remember that, and I was underwhelmed because, you.
Oh, well, I love it. I mean,
you could only tell it was. I know it was them. No, it's fine. I mean, it turned up, but like.
No, the only reason I knew
I don't know.
They
should have been like, hi.
Well, the only reason that I knew that it was there because they're mentioned by name in the novel.
Oh, right, fair enough.
It's in the movie they go to the grandma's house, and then Taka walks out and he's like, "Hey," and then he doesn't, and they don't.
Want some watermelon, guys?
Yeah.
Want some watermelon, children?
In the book, they say, "Hello, Taki."
Hello, guy from Your Name. How you doing? How's your wife, Mitsu?
Yeah. They got married.
Did they?
It was confirmed in the novel.
Oh, that's great. They should have just turned up at bloody Taki and Mitsu's wedding.
No. They
should have just done that.
No, they should have had their cameo where they're like they shouldn't have had separate cameos. They should have been in one big cameo with the two characters.
Yeah, I agree. They should have
cameoed together.
Yeah. Should we do things out of 10 or not?
Yeah. Okay then. Things out of 10. I'm gonna let you go first with this.
8.
Ooh. So you're not gonna take revenge for my yawn?
I'm not feeling generous. I'm not gonna give it a 3.
I'm gonna give it a 9.
Ooh. A 9. What's taking away that 1?
I'm waiting for a movie. I'm waiting for one movie. I'm only gonna give one movie a 10 out of 10. And
Same.
I'm pretty sure
when we watched this, you asked, "Is this the movie that I?" You don't, or you do?
No, I know what movie that's gonna be.
Oh. How have I given anything a 10 on here yet?
No, I don't think you have.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna give Pirates of the Caribbean a 10.
Yeah, you're gonna give Pirates of the Caribbean. You're probably gonna give Pirates of the Caribbean a 10, aren't you?
No, I said I'm probably not going to.
Wait. Are you gonna give a movie on this list, on this show?
Well, probably one I haven't seen, because there are a Silent Voice I haven't seen, but I'm probably not going to give that a 10. I'm still waiting for that great movie that I've never seen. I've got Inception on my Netflix list. It could be that because I haven't watched that yet. But yeah, so far in my world, I have Into the Spider-Verse is a 9. Pretty sure Pirates of the Caribbean 3 is like a 9. But I've never given anything a 10. Nothing's worthy of a 10 yet. And maybe everything has flaws. Maybe that's the life lesson from doing this series.
Yeah. So wait, what's the highest score we've given a movie?
Was it Spider-Verse?
What do we give Spider-Verse?
That got like a 17.5 out of 20 or something.
Oh, this is a 17 out of 20.
Ooh,
So it's
rough.
the second. It's the second.
Oh man, yeah. I'm gonna note these scores down. I'll get them from you when we've finished recording, and I'll note them all down, and then at the end of the however many seasons we do, we can tally up and see which the best movie we watched was. It's probably the first one. It's probably going to be Into the Spider-Verse. We needn't have bothered with anything else.
So, okay, what are we watching after Pirates of the Caribbean?
After that, Sword Art Online season 1.
Oh boy!
And then that's season 2 finished. We're going. Oh, I should probably rearrange this a little bit because we've got after Pirates of the Caribbean, we've got anime, Shrek. So I might give it a jig Shrek. About. I might put Man of Steel in season 3 because I really want to watch that again. Yeah, I'll give that a rejig when we're finished.
Some could say Shrek is an anime.
Some could say, what are you talking about? Hey, Chris, what are you talking about? Honestly, this kid. Oh, my, I am so pumped to show you Pirates of the Caribbean. The best movie trilogy that's ever existed. Because I haven't seen Lord of the Rings. Don't at me.
Neither have I.
Oh man, okay. You're gonna hate these. You're gonna hate these films, but I just can't wait to watch them with you because I just want to see a different viewpoint. Because me and the 2 friends we're watching it with, we both worship this trilogy, and you are going to be probably the only person who doesn't. So I'm excited to see that.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah, you're not going to make it out of that sleepover.
They're gonna poison me in my sleep.
If you 11 o'clock we finished at World's End and you're just like, oh, that was a waste of time.
No, I'll probably just lie and then save my actual opinions for the episode.
You just say, wow, that was the best thing I've ever seen. I'll watch it again in the morning. Oh man, well, okay. You will hear it all in next week's episode.
Okay.
Oh,
you know what?
God.
I'm convinced. I'm convinced of what will be the worst rated one.
What do you think it'll be?
Sword Art Online. I'm convinced that Sword Art Online will be the lowest rated one we've done on the show.
I will probably hate it. How many episodes are in season 1? Because
26.
I should probably start watching that because I barely ever go on Netflix. So yeah, I should probably start watching Sword Art Online.
Oh, you are in for it.
Well, next week, Pirates of the Caribbean trilogy. Are we going to do all 3 of them in one video?
Maybe.
I think
Depends
we should.
How far we get through.
We are going to watch all of them.
If I fall asleep during the 3rd one, then I don't know.
You better not. I swear to God. We'll just start extra early and then we end at 9. Because, seriously, you have to watch every single minute of this trilogy because, you're going to hate it. Okay. Shall we wrap it up? I don't know. My sense of time is terrible because I said on Into the Spider-Verse, I said that's like 5 minutes long and then it was 20 minutes. Yeah. So I just don't know when to stop.
Yeah, all of our videos have been over 20 minutes.
Oh man, will this be an exception? Probably not.
Our shortest one. Oh, our shortest one was What If We Watched Gravity Falls season 1, and that was 19 minutes long.
That was the shortest one. Well, we should probably wrap it up here.
Yeah. Okay then.
We've talked more about the next what's to come more than we talked about weathering with you.
Okay. We should probably have an outro for this.
I guess we are. What if we watched? That's
um,
the outro.
so I guess we've answered the question, what if we watched Weathering with You?
I guess we have.
But there's still more questions to come. For
Yeah,
example,
3 seasons of it.
what if we watched Pirates of the Caribbean coming next
The
week?
trilogy.
Stay
Oh,
tuned.
nice.